Right. So
this is the way we see it, see it. This is the way we see it. This is the way we see it. See it. This is the way we see it. See it. This is. This is the way we see it, see it. This is the way we see it.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio, home of your throwback jams.
yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cranston Cumberbatch,
And Kawana Norman.
and this is the way we see it. Whew, I'm happy to be back in the good old sunshine state of Florida. I was out of town last week, and in the good old state of Las Vegas, Nevada, and it was a good time out there. But
I'm glad to have you back in the studio.
yeah, I'm glad to be back in studio as well. And it is nothing like Florida heat. I'm loving Florida heat more and more because we got some moisture to our heat. So there's some humidity that exists in our heat.
Right.
And we may sweat, but there's a cooling factor to that sweat. I don't know what it is, but that out west heat, whoo, Jesus.
Like it.
Oh my gosh, please. You don't want to go to hell because that heat out there, boy, I'm talking suck your lips dry. I'm talking instant chap. And it's not even cold. That's what blows my mind. How do you chap your lips in heat?
Wow.
But yes, so anyway, I'm happy, still great. Las Vegas is always a good place to visit, always a good time. But definitely elevation and heat are definitely there as well, dry heat. But it's a good thing. But today, woo, a lot to talk about. I mean, we have our shows. And we have the elephant that's in the room, that's been in everybody's room for the past, couple days.
3 days.
And we're gonna we're gonna talk on that as well. But last week we got so caught up in Bel Air that we did not get a chance to talk about Power. And I know we both had the opportunity to be caught up in current with what's happening right now in Power Force. And Tommy strikes again and doing his thing the way that he does it. And it's kind of cool to see this side of him, because it's like he's a happier dude. It's like he found his place.
Yes, and I think in the original Power with Ghost, Tommy wanted to portray this side of him, but he wasn't able to.
Because Ghost would always talk him down.
Exactly.
Or give him a different perspective of direction or something to that effect.
Because it was several times that Tommy had ideas that he wanted to put out there and put into play.
Right.
But Ghost was like, no.
Yeah.
We're going to stick to what we know.
Right.
What's been working.
Right. And to a degree, it's funny that you said that, because now that Tommy's running the show for himself, he's now saying those same things.
You see that, right?
Yeah. So, and I guess, when you get to a place of doing something for yourself, you have your way of doing it. And if it's been successful for you, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
That's right.
You know, and so Tommy's kind of been on that right now, and with this new drug that they've created, you know, it's giving him more reason to stay in Chicago, and the storyline is the plot's beginning to thicken a lot surrounding the secrecy, because no one knows that he's behind this new, this new drug that's taking the streets by storm.
When they find out,
yes, when they find out all who's involved,
all the players when they find out. I think who's going to handle it pretty good is Diamond.
Yeah,
but Baby Brother.
Yeah. Oh, Baby Brother, no way. Baby Brother's going to try and do all that he can to take Tommy out.
Exactly.
You know, but he can't take him out just yet until he knows all of the layers that it took to create this drug. So he's going to have to, you know, ride the wave for a little while and figure out a different strategy, because he's already tried to take Tommy out at least twice.
Exactly.
You know, and it's backfired on him. And so now that Tommy now has this drug that he's in love with now, and thinking it's the next new thing, Dahlia. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, how this plays out. So now let's switch to the other storyline that's going on with Tommy and his brother.
That right there. Oh, okay. So I'm so happy that Tommy is Tommy. He's going to go and investigate. He's going to go and find out who you really are. You know what I'm saying? Because he needs to be able to trust you.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad he did that, because now you have to know that he knows he has a nephew.
Right.
This is nephew. This is family.
Yeah.
So I like that part about it. And then it's just going to be crazy when he brings nephew and brother together.
Yeah.
Because that's going to have to happen.
Well, yeah, it's going to have to happen. And then when you find out that the nephew or the son is actually a part of the rival,
right?
You know, he's with CBI, the rival. I don't know if you want to call him a gang, but the rival drug operation.
He made Tommy feel like he had left them behind, like he's not with them anymore.
I don't know. I think he is still with them. I think basically what he was telling Tommy is that, you know, I don't want any parts of being responsible for my father's death or any trouble with you. Because I mean, every time it came to anything with his dad, he backed out.
Right.
You know,
right.
And, you know, we're still trying to figure out, you know, like what really happened, because the father's looking for him.
Well, the dad told us what happened. His mom took him from him.
Yeah.
Like once it came out that dad was gay, like mom was like,
I'm out.
Gotcha. And you don't
have
a son.
I remember that now. Yeah, you're right.
You don't have a son. So that's what happened.
So you think she told him that he's dead?
Probably something like that. Or he just left us, because he knows that that's his father. So I'm thinking she said, oh, he just left. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
He didn't want anything to do with you.
Gotcha.
You know, so I think that.
Yeah, I can kind of ride with that. I think that may be, you know, along the lines, based on his mannerisms, his actions towards anytime he encounters his dad. It's like he knows that's him.
Yep.
You know, but for whatever reason, he won't approach him.
Right, exactly.
You know, and so why is that apprehension there? You know, that he's not, you know, you're this close to your dad.
Right.
And you really want to know why, if there's a why to know.
I don't think he's ready for the answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this is my dad. I wonder why he left me. But do I really want to know why he left me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I want to know him. I want to know all about him and everything, but I don't want those answers.
Okay. So this is power, and we know to not get attached to nobody. It's one of them shows that as soon as you start really liking somebody,
Did I see
and you
that
like-
coming?
So do not get attached. But I have a feeling that the way this goes down between the father and the son coming to actually have this come to Jesus meeting,
It will.
it's going to be at the expense of somebody getting shot or on the brink of death or something to that effect. I don't think it's going to be a casual, or it does happen casually, like something happens, brings them together, they talk, they hug it out, and no sooner than the hug's done and they getting ready to go off happily ever after into the sunset, bang.
And now that you painting a picture like that,
This is power. This is power.
I think it might be nephew. I believe son, nephew.
You think the son might?
Yeah.
Man, it's going to be interesting. So
Because I don't know. I just feel like finally Tommy has family that he cares about. And I really hope they don't take his brother this soon. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But you just never know.
right.
Because it makes for good TV.
Yeah, it does make for good TV,
So-
but you know, and we've thought the same thing about other characters that we
so?
thought if they go now,
Yeah.
it's going to totally ruin the storyline and psych your mind.
Because I like
and
seeing
fool
this
us.
side of Tommy. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, he's bad. He's hard as nails. But with his brother, he's vulnerable.
Yeah,
I'm saying you actually see your softer side of him.
you do.
So
You do. So okay, so now grandma's died.
yep.
Grandma has just died, and the brother is now who's never met his. Well, he knows of his mom,
Yes.
but she left them when he was a baby,
Exactly.
so he has no physical knowledge of her.
He just wants to know, like any human being would, like any normal person would, want to know his mother. Like, who is she?
Why'd you leave me?
Why did you leave me?
You know,
Maybe this is why I am the way I am, as far as his characteristics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, his mannerisms or whatever. He just wants to know who she is, more about her. Tommy is trying to save him that headache.
Yeah.
But he's not listening.
nah, he's not.
He wants to know for himself.
Yeah.
And anybody that's really been in the Power universe knows that Kate is not mommy material. She is not going to be that, loving, nurturing
Yes.
person that I think he's looking for.
Right.
You know?
And so, and who knows? Maybe she'll be a little different towards the brother. Because, I mean, people do bring out different elements of us, based on how we encounter them.
Maybe.
She may have a lot of guilt, that she's been sitting on in regards to it.
Well, you saw it in her face.
Well, I saw the shock in her face when he called her.
Yeah, that's what I
And,
meant. She
yeah.
was like,
How'd you get my number?
exactly. Where did you
Type
come
deal.
from? So,
Right, you're like who, how, what, when, and where. She's asking all the W's. But yeah, so that's interesting. So, but I'm looking forward to next Sunday, Power Sunday.
yes.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to next Sunday to see what we got in this upcoming episode, because it's a lot of stuff that's building up.
What about?
Oh, I forgot.
What
I know what
about-
you're about to say.
What about Vic?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, and
it's
his
like,
girl got.
now
Da-da-da.
that's what I didn't see coming.
Shut up.
I was like, what?
Man, I don't know. I kind of felt that.
I mean,
I was shocked. I thought it was gonna be Vic because he got hit first, and then he went down. He came back up, and he started shooting out the window, and then camera cuts away and doesn't go back to her.
I mean, I can't. I take that back. I did. I knew something was going to happen because Tommy warned you. Tommy was like, "Get her out of town."
Yeah, and he was
Gave
still,
you a clean title.
still trying to keep her in.
Car.
He bought the land and all that good stuff. He's like, I got you. Stood up to the daddy. all this good
So
stuff.
I did see. Now you're right. I did see it coming. I knew it wasn't gonna be a happy ending.
So now the question is, who did it? Do you think?
Oh, I think Dad did it.
You don't think it's the serves?
No.
You think Dad put the hit
Yes.
and said, "Don't kill him, kill her." Okay, all right. I mean,
I think-
I wouldn't put it past him.
And the reason I think that is because Tommy said, "Get her out of town." She basically, I don't care about you, but I care about her.
I got you.
So, in listening to that, Tommy knew what was up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This man is not going to stop until this woman is out of his son's life. And the only way that's going to happen is if she's not breathing anymore.
This is true. I mean, he warned her that, you're not going to be in his life. So she said that. So now it's going to be interesting to see how the son responds.
I think for some reason, we all know this is how it's going to play out.
You
For
don't think
some
it's the
reason, he's
Serbs?
going to he's going to blame Tommy.
You think he's going to blame Tommy?
Yes, and the reason I think that is because the father's right hand man.
Okay.
He says to him, "You know your dad met with Tommy. Oh, I knew I couldn't trust him." Doubt is in his mind now.
I mean, yeah, I get
You know
the
what I'm
doubt
saying?
being in his mind.
So now this happens. He's gonna say Tommy had something to do with this.
But okay, so that's one. I'm going to also say what's also on the table is that it could be Serbians because
Oh, yeah, most
the dad
definitely.
went, shot three of their people, and the dad knew that there was going to be retaliation. And the people that he shot, the father shot, were family.
Right.
And so, eye for an eye. And right now, they know the son is right hand and next in line to the throne to the daddy.
Exactly.
And I'm pretty sure they also know that the daddy is sick. And if you take the son out and the father dies, it leaves it wide open for them to not come in and take, not knowing the prowess or strength of the daughter, which she kind of can hold her own. But at the same time, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, the son could think that it's the Serbs because he knew that they were out for retaliation. The father even said that. And so, but I agree that your thought
But
is not bad one either.
Claudia is not going to be in the equation because Papa Flynn doesn't talk about her like that.
No.
Not when it comes to business or anything like that. So anybody in the business world knows that his right hand, his person is his son, not his daughter. Because in their eyes, women are not supposed to be in those roles.
Right, yeah.
So-
He's very adamant about that.
Very much so.
Yes.
And I don't think anyone but his right hand man and Vic knows that he's sick. Because he tries to portray to everyone else that he's still this
That
big,
he's
strong,
well. Yeah.
whatever. So
But they have their ways of
You're right.
knowing information.
You're right.
I wouldn't put it past them, but we're gonna see on Sunday how this folds out. We're gonna get a little more details, so it's all good. But I think we've caught up on Power, so I think we should go ahead and jump on this elephant in the room, and then we can come back to Bel Air.
All right, let's
Elephant
do it.
in the room.
Let's do
Everybody and their grandma's talking about it, so I figured we should too.
the slap
The
heard
slap
around the
heard
world.
around the world, ladies and gentlemen. It was a shocker. It was a jaw dropper. It was a ha ha at first, and then a oh. All the dramatics were there at the Oscars. I mean, I don't know. Chris Rock said it. This is the greatest night on television. Thoughts?
Okay, I was watching it live because I am one of those people. I love watching the Oscars.
Yes.
So I was watching it live because I was so excited because I knew Will was going to win. I just knew he was going to win.
Felt it in your heart.
Oh, yes. I knew it was his
Felt
year.
it in your soul.
Yes. So I was like, I have to see this moment
Yeah.
live. So when it happened, when Chris came out, Chris was already Chris. Chris was already in character. You know what I'm saying? His first joke was, we all in here with no mask on. We just raw dogging it. Mm-hmm. So he came out like that. And so he just went, I guess it must have been couples up front. Because he went couple. Then they were the last one.
Right.
And when he said what he said, wow. Because at first, you could tell it didn't land because he was like, come on, guys, come on. I mean, there were a few snickers, some laughter, but it wasn't like a whole lot of people laughing about it. And even Will himself laughed. He did. And as he was laughing, he just looked over at his wife, at Jada. And had you seen her face? Didn't think that was funny. She was looking like, oh man, it wasn't nice. Yeah. So next thing you know, he's up on stage.
Yeah.
Did he just get out of his seat and just go up on stage?
Yeah.
And then he was just walking towards Chris like he just walking towards another person. Like he's coming to say hello or whatever. So Chris didn't have a chance to get himself together,
he played
get ready.
It off so well.
You know,
I mean,
he was still in character too.
Yeah.
He was still like, "Come on, Richard." He didn't say Will. He was like Richard. So because he didn't expect that. Who expected anything like that?
Nobody.
You know.
Nobody.
So I'm not happy with Will. I'm not. And y'all, I mean, I love him. I do. I think he's a good actor. I wish he had handled that differently. Yeah. I wish he had handled it off stage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm not saying don't be upset for what Chris said. But handle it differently. You know what I'm saying? This was your night. This was the night where we were going to celebrate you and all your accomplishments. And you started off like that. Yeah. You know? And I'm not happy with Chris either. Because I think that wasn't a place for that joke. Maybe in a comedy club, maybe whatever, but I just don't. You know, people say, oh, he didn't know. It's easy to say he didn't know that because you want to have sympathy for him. But I feel like in my soul, he knew. He knew. And,
see, and that's
he
didn't
care about her medical condition or nothing like that. He wanted that joke to land. He wanted the laughter. And the thing about it is he has history with them going in on the Smiths like that.
He's got history. He's got history with them, but they also have a history of friendship as well. I know that when those jokes have come out, they've met somewhere and they've talked these things out, into where, it's like, all right, man. And so here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say on Will's part, I think that there was some premeditation that was there because he knew Chris Rock was going to be doing that presentation, presenting that award.
Right.
He knew the potential of that. There hasn't been a time where Chris Rock hasn't said anything about them. So he knew he was going to say something.
Right. I can see that.
And so as far as I'm concerned, I'm thinking he had already one of two things. Either in one of those other moments that they've seen each other at an event or something to that effect, and he brought it up about him making these jokes about him. Will said, all right, man, next time you do that, I'm going to slap them out of you. Ooh. And so, Chris laughed it off. Ha, 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 right? And here it is. He comes out, bloop, 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 bloop. And then all of a sudden he makes the joke and Will gets up, Because one thing that I really, really, really wish somebody online would show, Oscar people, if you're listening, show us the behind the scenes tape of the other cameras that actually stayed on the audience, right?
Right.
To show us whether or not Will looked at Jada, or if after he did his laugh, ha 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 ha, up he gets
No,
and goes straight to
I
the
saw
stage.
it. I was
Because I saw her. He laughed. She rolled her eyes, and then the camera cuts from. Unless you saw a different angle. Because all the angles I saw,
he actually did look over. As he was laughing, he said, "This way,"
okay.
and he looked right at her.
And so in that, I still think on the premeditated that he didn't know exactly, or if he had said
No,
something.
I see
to that
what
effect.
you're saying.
Right.
I do, and
him being a man of his word, he said, "This is what I'm going to do next time you do that."
yeah.
And he went and did it. And so he said, "All right, I'm gonna stand behind what I told you." And bam, that's what I did.
Okay.
Now, here's another thought that I have on this as well. The way he slapped him and the way he turned and walked away, it's almost, for me, it's almost like something you would do to a brother or to a sibling or to somebody that you're close to. Because he walked up, it was unassuming, right?
Exactly.
And the way he slapped him, he did it open-handed. He, did it in such a way to where Chris knew he was serious about his intent on hitting him.
Right.
But his turning and walking away was like, I know you're not going to do anything. And in the I know you're not going to do anything, it was almost like I'm mad at you. Kind of like I'm trying to put it into words.
No,
but
and I'm going to piggyback on that because someone did say, I think it was Bootsy. He said, you could tell they were feuding about something. They were fighting about something.
Yeah.
There was something more going on. And my thought on that is Will feeling comfortable to turn his back and walk away is because he knew Chris. Because they are friends. He knows him. He knows that he's not going to act a fool on stage.
So
do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
Because
so he's gonna
you
remain
couldn't have
professional.
slapped 50 Cent. You couldn't have slapped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he should have slapped August Alsina. But anyway, there's a lot of people he could have slapped.
Yeah. So he knew Chris was going to be the consummate professional. He was going to handle his business. He knew Chris was going to finish what he came out there to do. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna piggyback off of that, and I'm gonna say, in what I said on him saying to him before, if you do that, I'm gonna do this, and when it came down to whether or not you want to press charges against him, things of that nature, and this may not be the way it played out, but in my movie maker mind, the story that is beautiful to me, well, I won't say beautiful, but the story that is like funny to me is the fact that if he did say that to him and Chris didn't believe it, and all of a sudden he actually gets up and does it, now Chris is like, wow, he really did that. Like, he told me he was going to do it.
I didn't think
I thought he was joking,
it.
but he really did that. Wow.
Well, he said it just like you said. Chris was like, wow.
Yes. So that's what gives me the impetus to say, I said, never mind. Anyway,
I'm with you now. I can see what
to where
you're saying.
he's just like, wow, he really did what he said he was going to do. And I mean, and the way it plays out, it makes sense. And that may not be the way that it goes. So for everybody that's listening right now and
these are just
making
our
comments,
opinions.
things of that nature, yes, these are our opinions, and do not hold Power Plug Radio liable for anything that we say or anything like that. But hold on. So we got Dave Smith. He has commented, and he says the Academy is negotiating a punishment that they see fit for
that's
Will.
What I was going to speak on. That came out earlier today. There is going to be some type of punishment. Will has 15 days to basically defend himself. I guess by by April 18th, the Academy will make a decision whether they're gonna suspend him for life from
coming to the Oscars.
From the Oscars.
I mean, well, he boycotted it and didn't go. I mean, I don't think.
But the only thing that I'm really worried about, I don't want them trying to take his Oscar, and so they said that's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But there will be other sanctions that he would have to,
probably pay a fine, or something to that effect.
Don't take the man's Oscar.
Yeah, don't take him.
He earned that.
Yeah.
For anyone who's seen King Richard, he earned that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't do that. But should there be some type of punishment? Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, he did apologize, but like we teach young people, it's always
consequences to your actions. So yeah.
So he has to be okay with whatever they bring down on him. Also, I was gonna say, they also brought out today a clip of Jada, how she actually laughed and everything after Will slapped Chris. So
yeah, I'm sure she thought that was pretty funny.
So they panned to that today.
I got you.
I don't know why they decided to bring that clip out, but they did.
Yeah.
So it's all in the news and everything.
But not, and so this is drumming up all kind of clips. I've seen. I mean, the internet has just gone crazy with all of this stuff. The memes are hilarious. Oh my gosh, the memes are so funny. But so they brought out one clip that I saw where Jada's talking about, shaving her head, things of that nature, and her actually saying, I don't care what people think and or feel or what they have to say about my hair.
Yeah.
Right? I feel no ways about it.
Right.
So if she is of that regard, right, I now look at her eye roll different. I look at the eye roll as oh gosh, this fool.
The clip you're talking about, that's nothing recent. That's not recent. She shaved her head December 2021, and it wasn't that. It wasn't. She wasn't feeling that way. It was her daughter Willow who got her to the point of saying, "Look, Mom, you're still beautiful. You're still whatever. Embrace this, whatever." So the clip that they're bringing out, that wasn't recent.
So she shaved her head before.
Yeah, because, alopecia,
No, I got it. So if she shaved her head before, you're saying that there was, in this most recent time, the emotions, the feeling has changed towards her now having to continue in doing this. And I know women that have.
December 2021, it was all over the internet. She was talking about, how it was her daughter who.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't even know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was saying, comedians, all of them. Come on now, that's how they make their money.
Yeah.
By looking at the internet, social media, all that.
And they got writers and staff.
All of the things that's in the news and everything. So for people to be like, oh, he didn't know. I don't believe that, because I'm not in entertainment, but I knew. You know what I'm saying? Other people knew. So you can't tell me this lady made this public on Red Table Talk, public on her Instagram, on her social media,
on
her social media. But even if you don't follow her, it was on other
platforms.
Other platforms.
I got you.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
still think
so
that he was, and I've been trying to go back and see the actual Chris's actual entrance and coming in as he was going down the line, hitting the couples, things of that nature. Because that's the part of me that, knowing comedians, comedians, they only have a small window to get that joke in and out, especially if it's something that is off the cuff. And so with him coming in and him just, scanning the audience,
I don't think any of it was off the cuff. I think he knew what he was going to say when he came out.
Okay,
he knew,
and he very well.
Listen, at
could.
the Oscars,
Yes.
you know who's going to sit where. They have assigned seats,
They do.
so he knew who was going to be up front.
Yeah.
Come on.
So I'll give that. But what I will say is, I don't think he knew coming out that he was going to surely say that joke.
Yes, he did.
I don't think so.
He knew she had on a green dress, and
So
he knew
now-
she had a bald head.
Dave, yeah. I mean, so I'm just gonna say yes. G.I. Jane, yes, and to the credit, here's what I will say about G.I. Jane. So G.I. Jane, from what I remember of the movie, things of that nature, she ended up representing a woman of strength, a woman who overcame a lot of a person. She persevered through a lot, and she became a hero all through that movie. And I mean, she had to overcome a lot. And in that, for me, she was sexy and brave. And for women who are dealing with, alopecia and things of that nature, hair loss, I mean, just figuring out what to do with your hair, period. I mean, I've just started I'm not growing my hair, but, I'm still trying to figure out what to do with my hair. So I can only imagine for you women on how much it weighs on your mind, just that simple thing. And to go to be in a position to where you now no longer have a choice,
Exactly.
but to no longer have it, I can see how that really could be a staple, But now to how Chris came out and said it, I don't know. I'm on the fence because there's a part of me that says yes, he did it with knowledge. I'm knowing that she's suffering from this, but there's people that are overweight due to medical conditions. Mm-hmm. And when comedians comment on them, yes, there's a known medical condition, but we still laugh, and so it's, and then other things, and so I'm just nervous on how now this will affect comedy going forward, because a lot of our laughter comes from the truth of what someone's dealing with. If somebody gets arrested for something, they make a joke over that. I mean, I know if something bad happens to me in the public eye, I don't want people bringing it back up, especially a comedian. No. So I'm not going to feel good about it at all. But at the same time, I'm understanding that, yes, this happened. Yes, it's something I have to deal with. And yes, it's a joke. This person is, just trying to get people to laugh. And at the end of the day, that does bring more attention to me. So as an entertainer, how do I flip this to my advantage? Which at the same time, did you just laugh, Jam? Did you just laugh? Oh my gosh. Anyway, yes, flip this to my advantage. And so that's how I would take it. And I don't know. I think all of this could have been avoided. Yes, easily had Chris not have said that joke, pick something else to pick on them on. But I'm thinking Will could have got up there, and if he said something about one of the kids, Will probably would have got up there and did the same thing. If he'd have said something about Will's bow tie or tie or suit, he probably would have.
I disagree. I think it was because he Will said it.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
He said basically come at me, but don't come at my wife. You know what I'm saying? So in so many words, not so many words, he did say it. I can take it. I'm whatever. Mm-hmm. But basically letting them know don't
leave
bring
her
my
out
wife
of it.
in. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like had he come at him about whatever, Will would have took that. Mm-hmm. But Don't do that to her. You know what I'm saying? So he said that. I believe him on that. And at the end of the day, to be real with you, I'm glad he stood up for his wife. I think he could have done it differently. You know, backstage or whatever. But it was nice seeing a man stand up for his woman. At the end of the day.
As a woman, you are speaking from your place.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yes.
Yes, I got you. Well, Will definitely stood up for his wife on that night. He definitely.
And can I say this too? Chris Rock gonna be okay. He's selling out concerts right now.
Yeah.
Everybody want to come see him. Everybody want to hear what he
has to say.
Yes,
you know,
he's telling everybody he's still processing it. I'm still in shock. No, you're not. No, you're not.
He's not still in shock.
No.
No, go
No,
ahead. Come on,
please,
Jam.
please.
Jump in on chime in on the conversation.
Wasn't about the alopecia, because if he was gonna make a joke about somebody being bald, he could have said like Caillou or something. But if you watch G.I. Jane, the actual movie, Demi, she cheated on her husband with Ashton Kutcher, a younger man. So did Jada with August Alsina. That was the actual joke. That's why he did that, and that's why he said, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Keep that situation out your mouth."
Can I say you just added?
Wow.
You just.
He could have joked about any other bald character in the world. It wasn't about the alopecia because she bald. Now, Jada has lower hair herself, so this her illness. I'm not downing her illness, but it's not that serious to go on stage to slap
It was
somebody.
deeper than that.
Thank
Thank you.
The entanglement.
People are always talking about what people like. The Oscars put out that it was about the alopecia.
Right, they did. Yes.
Actually, the joke was bad. That's why I commend Will for going up there and doing what he's doing, because society today has this image of you have to keep your composure when somebody come at you in that way. But nobody know that joke was really bad. Like they moved that whole entanglement thing as a marriage, as a couple.
Thank you.
To have
They.
somebody, a comedian, their friend, a close friend, knowing probably more details than we know, actually make that joke on stage. I would slap somebody too.
Thank you.
No shame. So
Oh.
I commend Will for slapping him. I commend Will for not putting out an apology towards Chris. I commend Will for everything that he did. I commend Jada for rolling her eyes. 'Cause what you mean as a black person to black person? Why are you making that joke on stage? Knowing as a family we've been in the spotlight.
And we worked through this, and that's what I said. I'm so glad you said that, because I said that. I said that's why I commended him for taking up for her, because everybody was like, "Oh, I wouldn't do that. See what she did to him." But listen, we're not in that family. We're not in their home. We don't know what they've been through. And thank you.
Marriage is different. Just because you did this and you would leave your partner, you would leave Jada.
Exactly.
Their marriage.
Exactly.
So they choose to stay together. So how you gonna fault the man for standing up for
Exactly.
his black wife?
Thank you. I just had that conversation. Thank you. Thank you.
That's why we call this show. This is the way we see it, ladies and gentlemen.
Because I hate to say it, but our men, our black men,
That was
have
good.
a reputation.
That was good.
Have a reputation of not standing up for us. Is that not right? Thank you. Thank you. I just had that conversation.
The alopecia is about the actual movie.
You shared so.
The actor did herself and then what Jada did. That was the
G.I. Jane.
You
2.
shed so
Can't
much
wait to see
light
it.
on this.
Can't wait to see it. Can't wait for another entanglement.
Yep, I saw that. Thank you. Thank you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Said Caillou. Made something like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, now that is a good take.
Now
that is
you-
a good take. I mean, I definitely can see that.
Yes.
You know.
Knowing Chris's history, he's always joking about something. That's a perfect thing. As comedians, I know, because I go to comedy shows, bartending, so I know comedians gonna take a joke and make like two levels to it: a surface level to where not really many people get it, but then a deeper surface level, like a true meaning behind that joke. Some people catch on to it, some people don't. And not many people caught on to
we were stuck on the surface. Thank you for shedding light.
That's what they wanted it. Like the whole scheme of it was to get Chris Rock up and running again.
I said that.
This surface level people was like, oh, why he did that to Chris Rock? Now he can go on tour. Now he can go make money. Da, da, da. But the people that really see past all the BS know that joke was dead wrong.
Thank you.
I don't even say dead, but that was dead.
Thank you. And that's why I said what I said. His shows are selling out now.
He's getting the lifestyle back that he had, that he messed up with himself. Because back in 2016, he was joking around with them. He kind of fell off because of that. Now this is his redemption.
Yep.
And everybody watching the Oscars, this is perfect.
Ooh. Thank you.
Scandal. Whole new show. All right. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just got all of that straight from over there that you can't see her, but we can. And Jam just, she just dropped some nuggets. I don't
Yes,
know.
she did.
Man. Oh, man.
Like now
Okay.
my eyes are wide open and I see it. I
See the true anger
Yes.
behind why Will did that. Because you're not from, as a black man, another black man, you know, in the community, we have a rule: don't talk about their
Exactly,
wife, don't
exactly.
talk about another man's wife.
Exactly.
So why would you go on international TV and say this joke? Oh, he's still in the limelight of being a family that.
Ooh, this
Yeah.
is good.
Hey. Ardell, man, where you been, man? This just got good.
Real good. Real good. I'm so
That's
glad you
good,
shared
man.
that.
That was deep. That was
Yes.
deep, Jam. I
Yes.
give yourself a hand clap.
Yep.
But yes, ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a hand clap because that was some deep
Yes.
stuff right there.
Yes.
Things that I didn't even think about. Now, I will say we all can agree that the majority of people said it was a bad joke. You know,
was.
now the depth of the bad joke, you shed some light on that.
And I watched G.I. Jane and I didn't know that element of it.
Yeah, and you know
That's why
what?
the joke is so funny.
I forgot that part of it.
He
Man.
said it because he knows the story behind the movie.
Yes.
So Will and Jada, his friend.
I mean, it fits, you know. But and see, I totally forgot that part. Had I watched the whole movie again, I would have probably come to that same conclusion.
You broke that down so nice.
Yeah, I did. And talking about the
did.
strength, and I mean, and
Yes.
those things are true, you know,
man.
and it still represents, you know, who Jada is. You know, at the same time, she very well could play G.I. Jane too, you know, but I wasn't thinking from it and being connected to the entanglement part. I didn't think about that piece of it, and how she even ended up going into the military. You know, and all that good stuff. So now that you bringing it, you know, that what's that song,
yeah.
Celine Dion, all coming back to me now. So now that you gave me them flashes of gold and flashes of light, I'm like, wait a minute.
That was good.
Wow, that was, man. Jam, we going to have you on the show next time because, man, if y'all don't know, Jam is our producer who is, you know, give yourself, she's our producer that is making sure everything goes right over here at Power Plug Radio. And she just, man, okay, all right, you won tonight, okay, you got
yes.
this Gold Star Award for
Yes.
tonight, you know,
And the Oscar goes to.
yes, and the Oscar goes too, yes. Right now, I think we're in agreement with the way Jam sees it.
Yes.
And if you feel the same, or if we've enlightened you, and oh gosh, Dave Smith said Mike Tyson is going to host the Oscars next year. Yeah, I want to see who gonna come up on stage then. Oh man, that is too funny. But all right, so we talked about the elephant in the room. We got like a few minutes left. I think we can like quickly touch on Bel Air. You know, things are getting good.
Things are getting really
Things
good.
are getting good. I mean, we're getting closer and closer to finding out who Will's daddy is.
It's going to be Will Smith. No.
Now that would be hot. That would be hot if it is Will Smith who actually plays the dad. Because
yes.
I mean, what perfect way, you know, they already said they're twins, things of that nature, and what perfect, I mean, yeah, that's an easy playoff.
Yes.
And I think that would send the show's ratings even more through the roof.
Man, they was
If
skyrocketing.
they find out that Will Smith's actually playing on the show. They already brought back
Did you see that?
The second Aunt Viv and Vi, who played his mom in the original.
Yep.
And so I don't know. I wouldn't put it far past them.
I think he's coming.
You know, at this time.
coming.
Now, okay. Now I have a problem. Problem that's bothering me.
What?
And the problem that's bothering me is this whole Lisa deal. Right? And this whole why Will came to Bel Air. Who cares?
Exactly.
I mean, you just met this man.
Exactly.
Like, period.
Like,
so
what you say? I'm wondering why you didn't tell me. I don't tell you a lot of stuff.
yeah,
I mean,
there's a lot of stuff you don't know about me. There's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff I still don't know about
About
you.
you.
You told me about current stuff,
Right.
between you and your dad and your family. This is all current things that's happened over the last few years. But I mean, she
And
expected.
why is it so unbelievable that I didn't just want to come out here to get a better education?
Right. And why that I'm doing that and I'm showing you, you know, see somebody back there agree with us. But why is it that I'm showing you, you know, this love and attention and things of that nature?
Yeah.
Why in the world the fact that, you know, I got in some trouble.
Right.
My uncle helped me to not be a young black man going
a
to
stereotype.
jail, right, and being, you know, thrown into the system. Go ahead.
I'm a little annoyed.
Go ahead. You know it too. That's good. It's two of us annoyed.
I just don't understand why Will won't say, yo, I got into a scuffle after beating some guys and some dangerous dudes in a basketball game. My boy's getting jumped, so I shot the gun in the air, and I went to jail, and the guy put a hit out on me, so my uncle got me here so I wouldn't die.
Right.
I don't understand.
That part.
What is so hard to understand about
And he said all up. He said everything but that.
Yeah.
And if he'd have said, and there was a hit out for my life,
Exactly.
so I had to get out of
Be
Philly.
safe if I came out here.
Right. But even with that, I'm still mad. And we got a few minutes left, and we're gonna ride these few minutes until Jam hits the button. But I'm still mad at the fact that she is taking it so personal. Like, I'm out here with my uncle and aunt, and then this whole breaking the law type deal, things of that nature. Like, you know, like y'all hadn't done things. You are with your cousins. You're with the man's cousin, and you was just with the man. You was just with Carlton, and here you are.
Where's your moral high?
Right. Where's your moral values?
You know what I'm saying?
And so that's what's like ticking me off at this whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
girl, go somewhere.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
And I'm just, I used to like Lisa. She's on my list this week.
I was skeptical because and I thought we was going to talk about this one time before. There's no way in the world, and I'm mad at Will too. They just should not have gotten together.
I agree.
That was wrong. That's your cousin. That's family. There's so many more women in LA.
He just got
LA.
there.
That-
He didn't even get to the school yet.
Exactly.
At first I thought it was because she was the only black girl, but she's not.
Nope.
No, I saw a ton of more.
Yeah, because at the party they threw,
Exactly.
the black girl there who was trying to build Carlton up.
Right.
So,
Right. So there are other black girls, you know. I mean,
options.
there's other girls, period,
Yes.
in Bel Air.
Exactly.
That
he
could
could have
have
gone.
Right.
gone
And
with.
instead, he picked the closest one,
Yep.
the first one. And I want to also say that he picked her because she was with Carlton.
yeah, at first, yeah.
At first, right. You know, and, you know, just to kind of egg the beef with them.
He didn't get his feet wet. It's like the first day.
Right.
Yes.
Day
First
one.
day in Bel Air, he was like,
Right.
Right.
Already on it.
Yeah. So Lisa wasn't my favorite from the beginning. I'm gonna be honest with you because I just like, girl, stop. You know these are cousins. What are you doing? You know.
yeah.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, you know, but it is getting interesting. Uncle Phil has backed out.
I know you better talk about my man.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
yes, I mean Jeffrey is, yeah,
I mean, he's one of my favorites.
yeah, Sano guy. I don't blame him either, but now it happened too fast for me.
What?
the whole you fired, no, I quit, and then I'm just gonna take a leave of absence, you know, things of that nature. All right, bro. See you later, bro. All right, bro. I'll tell the family. All right, and then boom, gone.
Yeah.
This happened too fast for me. It was all too easy and too fast.
Oh, it wasn't easy. I didn't see it like that.
They were crying.
They were crying.
They were crying. I
it
get
was,
that
it was
part.
boom, boom, fast like that because it was emotional.
Yes.
Like I'm losing my brother right now. Like one of the people closest to me. So yeah, that's why I was boom, boom, fast. Like
Jeffrey, he's not gonna stay fired.
No. If we stay with the original storyline, Jeffrey does come
This
back.
ain't going for that.
Yeah.
She's like, "Where's Jeffrey?"
Yeah.
I also think Uncle Phil's gonna get into some mess, and Jeffrey's gonna save him just by looking out because he's been looking out. For him
Exactly.
to get fired.
Right. He's still going to. He's not going to stop. He's just going to do it from a distance.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, Uncle Phil backing out. That's because of Jeffrey. Jeffrey threw that into your mind. Like, listen, you need to put your family first. All these decisions that you've been making in the past have been about you.
Yeah, Jeffrey
not your
did-
family.
Calling out.
So
Yeah.
him doing what he did, that's because of Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Jeffrey put that in his head.
He did. He did. And then plus, I think also too, they both had Phil and the police chief. Both had, they both had trump cards on each other.
They did.
You
They
know,
did.
and I know Phil didn't want to have to go to that level, you know, to even try and win this. He wanted it to be a fair deal. And, you know, I think with that information getting out also played a part in
I think
the decision.
I don't think Phil was gonna. Ultimately, I don't think he was gonna use it.
No, I don't think he ever was,
but I do know
on
the,
his
the
side,
police chief was.
yeah, he definitely was ready.
And so, in order to keep him from doing it, let me back out. So,
And you know what? To be honest with you, now that I'm remembering it, I actually thought he was going to come out and tell on himself. Because, you know, I mean, I remember being a kid and, you know, in my thoughts of lessening how much trouble I get in, I figured I'd go and tell on myself before the teacher called from school to tell you what I did. Let me go ahead and tell you what happened and tell you what's about to happen so that when it does happen, you're not shocked by it. And I thought he was going to do that. And he started out, you know, talking about family and the importance of it and things of that nature. And to go and say, you know, I've done some things that I'm not proud of, but, you know, it just shows the values that I hold towards my family.
but you know what?
Protecting that at all costs.
That could have turned another
could
way
have.
on him because had he gone out and said it and tried to put it out there first, the police chief wasn't going to let it go that easy.
No.
Oh, you're only doing this because you knew that that this was gonna come out tonight, whatever.
And then that gives him perfect slide in to say
Yeah,
whatever he had.
And then Phil's reputation is still ruined. You know what I'm saying?
Possibly, but we don't know what he got.
Yeah. And also, I don't think his reputation is gonna be ruined at all because this is Bel Air and he's a lawyer, and lawyers make calls all the time.
Yeah.
So to his peers,
You're right.
I think he would have been fine. Maybe to the people.
To the people. That's what I was
He
saying.
wouldn't have won the election, but he's still gonna be a rich lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
because he's good at his job.
Yeah, that's why he's rich.
Yeah.
And I also think the police chief is if he does win, I think he's gonna realize he bit off more than he could chew.
Right.
Oh,
Because
yes.
He's not a politician.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He's not
And I think that's how Uncle Phil's gonna ultimately
become.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like in the sitcom
Yeah.
where he won because the dude had a heart attack.
Exactly.
Right.
Something
Yeah.
died,
Yeah.
and he won. So I think something like that's gonna happen.
Yeah, and I mean it's a perfect setup for that.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
Things of that nature. But I don't know. Kawana, this has been a great show.
I know. Can we plug Winning Time one time?
Yes.
please?
So next week we are going to talk about Winning Time. If you have not watched Winning Time, The
here
Rise,
next week.
listen. Please be here next week, Ardell.
That
because
is one of the
That
most
show right there, man.
entertaining shows on television right now.
It was so unexpected. So unexpected. I had no clue. I'm a thank you again for turning me on to
are so
that show
welcome.
right there. And let us know. Let us know what other shows you guys are watching out there. Definitely, we're recommending Power Force. We're definitely recommending. Well, I don't think you can help it. You're gonna probably see it for the next couple weeks. The slap around the world.
Yes.
And definitely Bel-Air. If you have not watched Bel-Air, please get on that series. It's doing really well. And then Winning Time. The rise of the Lakers. It is really entertaining.
Very good.
It gives you some background and some history. How true all of it is. We know there are true elements to it, but it is very entertaining. And HBO has really got themselves a good show. And if there's shows that you're watching, please let us know so that we can watch them, so we can talk about them, and even give you an opportunity to be here right next to us talking about the shows that you love and like to watch. All right. I am Cranston Cumberbatch.
And I'm Kawana Norman.
And this is the way we see it.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio. Home of your throwback jams.